The Lok Sabha has allowed the introduction of the Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2023 by means of a voice note. The bill witnessed a few last-minute changes. The draft version said that the government will notify countries where data can be transferred, but now the changed version says that it will notify the countries where data cannot be transferred. Before, the bill said that consent was required for a data fiduciary to transfer personal data to another entity. Now, data fiduciaries will no longer need consent to transfer personal data to another entity for data processing. The new clause further said that the centre can pass a written order directing to block any data if it is recommended by the board. The centre can even get any data fiduciary to furnish information that the IT department would want. The new version also says no suit, prosecution or other legal proceedings can be filed against the central government, the board, the chairperson or members of the board. But even these changes do not resolve some of the concerns that have been alarming the opposition and activists since November last year. Opposition MPs allege that they have not even been shown a draft of the bill. Activists say that this bill endangers the Right to Information Act by restricting its scope. The description of the bill says that the bill both recognizes individuals' right to data protection and the need for lawful data processing. In 2017, the Union government set up a committee of experts on data protection chaired by Justice B.N. Sri Krishna to examine issues relating to data protection. In July 2019, the Personal Data Protection Bill 2019 was introduced in the Lok Sabha. The bill was then referred to a joint parliamentary committee which submitted its report in December of 2021. But the following August, the bill was withdrawn from the parliament. In November 2022, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology released the draft Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2022 for public feedback. Analysts and activists have said that the bill fails to address concerns over data protection and instead facilitates data processing activities of state and private entities. Meanwhile, the opposition says that the government is bypassing parliamentary procedure. There are also concerns that corporates and public sector undertakings which hold a lot of personal data will be left out of the ambit of this law. Many feel that this bill gives amnesty to big tech in the name of data fiduciaries. There is also the question of surveillance and accountability. Activists wanted the Data Protection Board to be independent of the government. But since the government controls the appointment and removal of the chairperson and members of the board, it will have power over the functions of the board.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.